Today, I'd like to discuss the Bluetooth ring that comes with the Speediance Gym Monster and the Speediance Gym Pal. This is a terrible idea. The only thing that stays consistent is the grind. Keep on grinding. When I first opened up my Speediance Gym Pal and I saw this ring, I could not believe what I was looking at. I put it on my finger, I started messing around with it, and I started thinking, this is an incredibly bad idea. With this ring, you can literally control the weight, you can turn it on and off, as well as raise and lower the weight by spinning this little wheel. And when I first got this machine, I would press the button, and the weight would go on, and then I would press the button, the weight would go off, but then my finger would bump into something, the weight would turn on, and then accidentally, while I'm on my set, I'll click it by mistake, and then the weight would go off. And again, when I first saw it, before I ever even used it, I was just so shocked and puzzled, and I was thinking, this is a terrible idea. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen in the past some videos with the Speediance, some older videos, where they actually have the on and off buttons integrated into the handles of the Speediance. Or they have like a little cuff that attaches to the bar of the Speediance. I have seen other YouTubers' videos where they did have things like that. Now, I'm assuming this is what Speediance will be using moving forward, and you guys might be very puzzled and confused by it, so we're gonna break it down today. Take a look at the screen here. We are in free lift mode. When you initially turn on free lift mode, or probably any single program on your machine, you're going to have to activate the Bluetooth handle. There was a little, I don't know if you guys saw it, there was a little icon in the top that said the Bluetooth handle was deactivated. Now, when you click this button, you will then see something on the screen telling you that now the Bluetooth ring is activated. So initially, you will have to click this button in order to wake the Bluetooth ring and connect it to the machine. And the machine will tell you when it's connected. And you'll know it's connected because when you start to press it, you will see the numbers on the screen go on and off. This was initially very confusing and cumbersome. First thoughts were, this is not going to work for me. There was even a few times where I had the ring on my finger and I could not reach the ring properly because of the way my hand was sitting on the bar, and so I felt like that was kind of dangerous. So initial thoughts were this was a little inconvenient, dangerous, and they could have did this better. But after using this for only about maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 workouts, I start to realize the power that this ring gives you. Now, while it may take you a few workouts to actually get adjusted to it, it is actually much more intuitive than it looks. The reason why is because you have the weight literally at your fingertips. At the tip of your finger, you control this machine. And the only way I can describe it to you guys is kind of like having the power with your mind. Because it's literally at the tip of your finger. It is very, very intuitive when you actually get used to it. When you click this button, the weight will go on and the weight can be turned off, and you can also change the weight using this little wheel. If you are training as much as I do, having an amazing machine like this at home, you're gonna probably wanna be very, very focused on recovery. Now, something that can help you to do that is by using a product like Revive. Revive is a system built by Mueller Sports that can help you to recover using compression technology. This compression technology can be utilized for your lower or upper body. Personally, I love using it on my upper body. It's excellent for warming up, cooling down, and for actually recovering from your workouts in order to help you recover faster and get back to your life. The faster you recover, the sooner you can get back to training. That's the way I look at it, and that's why I use this machine. If you are interested in a machine like this, feel free to check out Mueller Sports, where you can purchase a Revive. And don't forget to use the link in the description to get a great savings on this product. If you're gonna train hard, you need to make sure that you're recovering properly, and Mueller makes that happen. Which comes in real handy when you're actually training on the Gym Pal, specifically because you don't have a screen on the Gym Pal. So your phone is your screen for the Gym Pal, and you might set that phone up across the room, and you can change the weight from across the room. You can turn the weight on and off from across the room, which is really, really convenient. Now with the Gym Monster, where it has a screen, you're very likely not to get put in that position, but it doesn't matter. It's still very intuitive. When you initially get this ring, one click is going to turn the weight on, one click is going to turn the weight off. And that's going to be kind of annoying to you guys because you're going to accidentally bump into things. It's going to turn on and off when you don't want to. It could even be dangerous. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go here to the main screen. You're going to want to click on the little Speediance icon in the top left hand of the corner. Go to System Settings. You're going to see that it's going to give you an option to click the Bluetooth controller ring. You can change how to use this clicker, how to use this ring. You can choose one click to turn the weight on and off. You can choose a double click to turn the weight on and off. And you can choose a long press in order to turn the weight on and off. This is going to make your experience so much better. You're not going to anymore have to worry about accidentally knocking the button. You can do a double click, which is what I've been keeping it on lately, or you can do a long press, and I would highly recommend not keeping your setting for the Bluetooth ring on the one click. Now, you're going to have many people out there say, oh, well, there's better ways they could have do this. I think it should be integrated into the handle. Guys, it is what it is. I'm just telling you the facts about what this is capable of and what it's not capable of. Is it intuitive right off the bat? No, it's something you're going to have to get used to. Can you go ahead and function with this thing on your finger? You sure can, but it's going to bump into things. So when I'm done with my set or I'm on my rest, typically I'll take it off, just set it down, pop it right back on. I haven't had any issues after learning how to actually use this and after changing the settings to the double tap. So my final thoughts on this ring are it's very intuitive. Double click to turn the weight on, double click to turn the weight off. And when you want to change the weight setting, make the weight go up, make the weight go down, you're going to spin the wheel while the weight is turned off. It will not allow you to change the weight while it's on for obvious reasons. If you accidentally were to knock this while it was on, you can go ahead and get a ton of weight that you weren't expecting and you can hurt yourself. So it's a great safety feature. While it's not the most intuitive thing right away, you will get used to this. I personally want to recommend to you never wearing it back here. Initially, I had it back here, but when my hand was around the bar, I couldn't reach the button because the bar was, spreading my hands apart. So I had a hard time reaching that button. I recommend wearing it on the tip of your finger. If you wear it on the tip, you'll always have enough clearance to be able to tap that button. That's just my experience. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So while this may or may not be the best way to do things, this is the way Speediance is choosing to do them now. And even though I was initially scared of this thing and wondering if it was a good idea, I can tell you I've gotten used to it and it did not take much time to get used to. And I do believe that it is a great way to turn the weight on and off the machine. And I love the fact that you literally have the power to do everything you need to do at the tip of your finger, which is the closest thing, in my opinion, to changing everything with your mind, using your mind power. You can also change the weight from your seat if you're on the bench press. You don't have to get up and physically change the weight, like, for example, on the tonal machine, right? On the tonal machine, you'll be there doing a bench press, you'll turn the weight off, and now if you want to change the weight, you have to physically get up off the bench, come to the screen, and press the button. You don't have to do that with this. Anywhere in the room you can turn the weight on and off and change the weights, which is what I really, really like about this. It gives you a freedom that other machines might not have if they don't have something similar to this type of controller that handles everything that you need to handle. You need to charge this up. You'll see on the back of this little thing that there's a C-port charger, and you'll just pop this in with the included cable. Now, if you use a cable other than the included cable, I don't believe it will always work. I think you need to make sure that you don't lose the included cable when you go to charge this, because I don't believe it actually charges with other cables. That's been my experience. Let us know in the comments what you guys have experienced. Other than having to remember to charge it, I don't know, once a month maybe, because the battery does last a long time, I do recommend you charge it more often so you don't get caught out there without this, because this really does make moves safer. You can turn the weight on and off using the screen, but if you're on the bench press, let's say, that's not going to be a good option for you. You're not going to want to put your hand up, try to tap that screen and get into position in order to, do your movement. Not a good idea. So I would just make sure that it's always charged so you never get caught out there. The battery does last a very, very long time, and I haven't had any issues other than the initial learning curve with this machine. So let us know what you guys think in the comments. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll catch you all at the next video.